On third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 8. And the Vikings first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They're going to play action. Here's McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 20. Throwing is McCarthy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Throwing again, McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Pierce. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First down, Minnesota.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. That is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
Sly able to put this one through.
And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set. 180. What's up?
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk in the 20.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
What's up? What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fernandez. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
180! What's up? Done!
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw onside complete. That's Palmer. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Good. 180! What's up? Motion, chase deep! What's up?
Baker going to give it to Irving. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Good. 180! What's up? What's up?
Running the toss to Irving. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain.
180! What's up?
They'll try and run here with Irving. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
What's up? What's up?
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
180! What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In so many ways, throwing a hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
180! Done! What's up?
Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. McCarthy off the play fake.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. And the Vikings first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On play action, now McCarthy.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
8 yards. It's 3rd down.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now McCarthy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
180. What's up? What's up?
Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw out right, it's brought in by Otten.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
180. What's up? Start.
To throw, Mayfield. Finding Otten once more.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
180. Start. Done.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Set. 180. What's that? What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
180. What's that? Done.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Buka from 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Just to play freeze tag with a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show, trying to show the ropes before they from a. I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Working to put a drive together. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Here's McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dameon Pierce, 22 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26.
180. Done. What's that?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
180. Done. What's that?
Now Mayfield. He's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving, 73 yards. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On play action, McCarthy. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To the air with McCarthy. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returning it is Moore. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23.
180. Done. What's that?
They'll start on the ground with Irvin. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Dead. 180. Done. What's that?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's taken in by Palmer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Dead. 180.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. They juked him. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
180. Done.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. A beautiful fake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 77 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Set. 20. What's that? What's that?
A first carry for Rashad White. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
What's that? What's that?
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down?
180. What's that? Start.
Mayfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give
carry there, and it'll be second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd and 5. Another carry for Pierce.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first down. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And that will be incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. Shedding the tackle. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
What's that? Start.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Start.
Once again, it's Irvin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
180. What's that? What's that?
Mayfield down. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
180. What's up? What's up?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, the kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
What's up?
Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And out now come the Vikings. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Here's Moore on the return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Number 9, Emeka Abuka. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
What's that? That.
They go play action. Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes by trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
180. That.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down.
180. What's that? What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
180. What's that? What's that?
Here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
180. What's that? What's that?
And again, it's Mayfield. He brings it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
180. What's that? That.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Mayfield with it once more. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
What's that?
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it,